Hey everyone, this is Tracy Malone from NarcissistAbuseSupport.com. Welcome to my channel. If you are not subscribed, please do, and like and comment on this video so that others can get the opportunity to check it out. That's how YouTube works, is more people like it, the more they show it to others. So please do me that favor and help me reach other parents who are suffering. Today, I would like to talk to the estranged parents in my audience. Estranged from an adult child and grandchildren or potentially grandchildren due to your child marrying or dating or being with someone that is showing narcissistic and controlling behaviors. My topic today is, how do we deal with the rumination? Most parents who are struggling with this are suffering with the rumination. Things just play over and over in your mind, and you wonder, how did we get here? And you're looking for answers in that rumination. Your brain is just playing and playing, and the loop is making you full of anxiety, stress, and anger, sadness. It just brings back whatever you've got. It's just going to metastasize and grow. And so I want to talk to you about the rumination. And since most parents and most people, that the rumination could be all day long, but it's generally before bed. When you get into bed, you finally sit down and boom, it happens every single night and you're not able to sleep. So I want to talk to you about what you can do if you are replaying all these memories, these thoughts, looking for answers, because it's a terrible thing. And you have to realize that the rumination is based on fear or anger, sadness. It's you're looking for answers. That's what the rumination is. If you're, ping-ponging what happened at this party or this happened in this event and whatever it is, you're trying to make sense of something that makes no sense. And that's the important thing for you here. If you were dealing with a normal person, someone that was not in this controlling type of a situation, then looking for answers makes sense. But the bottom line is there is no answer except for that they are abusive and they are controlling your child and isolating you as punishment. So when these thoughts come into your head before bed, I want you to start to come up with some kind of rephrasing thing for yourself, uh, holding on to something that is perhaps not known or actually happening, but something that you hope for, instead of holding on to the sadness, looking for those answers. I tell people to go to sleep and think about, in that moment, a happy memory. Plant your brain onto a happy place. Think about the time you were on that vacation and everybody was happy, and your kid's graduation, whatever it is. I want you to think of something that brings you happiness. And then as your brain drifts off, it's going to be filled with that memory. You're almost setting up your dreams and your internal thoughts to be something else. You're rephrasing and reframing your thoughts, and that's going to help you lessen up the anxiety and the rumination. Don't think that it's going to work immediately. It takes time and practice. So as you are thinking of the happy thought and boom comes in the scary, but we'll never have that, or that was, the last time, and all of those negative thoughts that come up, I want you to refocus back and just go, okay, it's going to ping me 1,000 times, and 1,001 times I'm going to tell those thoughts, I want to sleep right now. Please go away, brain. We'll think about that tomorrow. And putting in something like, I hold love and peace in my heart, and I pray that our kid comes home, that our child remembers the truth. Like, that's a really important thing to, hold in your heart instead of the fear, the anxiety, and the sadness. So we have to remember, and I'm going to hold this up, but it's not laminated, so it's going to be weird, but these are where you may be in your grieving cycle. So if you're living in the past, you got sadness, depression, why me, maybe anger, guilt, hopelessness, right? That's the denial stage of the grieving stage. That's when you're living in the past and you're going backwards. Now, if you're living in the future, you got fear, what will happen, overthinking, stress, anxiety, catastrophizing, it's what if this, what about this? And then you land in hopelessness, right? That is the bargaining stage of the cycle. Now, for living in the present, which is when we come back and center ourselves, we are living in a grounded, calm, content, peace, loving, blissful, hopeful place. And no, I do not think that you're going to be happy and blissful, but it's just not going to suck as much, right? That's our goal, is to get to this acceptance part of the grieving cycle where it's not that you're accepting this is happening, accepting that this is where it is right now, but also living. So the rumination is going to keep you trapped. And if you learn these skills and come up with something to help you half full, half empty glass, because so many parents, when they're ruminating, they go to the worst case scenario. You know it. I am a catastrophizer. I can take this and whoop, it's all the way up there with fear and anxiety. But if you can dial down the brain to control it in a better way with asking yourself a simple question, and I have a sign way back there. It says, what am I making this mean? And ask yourself, if you're making it mean that they're never going to come back, and I don't know if I'll ever see my grandchildren again, and they're already getting married in your head, and you're not even, the kid's only 5, and you're going, oh my God, I won't be able to go to my granddaughter's wedding. You're catastrophizing. You are building the story and you are making it mean more than it is. And I get it. Some of you have had long-term estrangement, and there's a hopelessness and a fear that they'll never come back. But those of you who are in a shorter term and trying to navigate this river of crazy, it's best for you to try to hold on to a different story. What am I making this mean? I'm making this mean that my child is in an abusive relationship. They're being controlled and they are being forced to isolate us instead of my child's rejected me. They don't want me. I'm not lovable. They've abandoned me. You know all the things that parents, or at least you might be saying. So I wanted to make this to make sure that you understand that coming up with something, sort of that rephrasing, will help you so much to not let the painful memory stick. And if I was here, I would do this and hold up my little balls. I don't think they're going to stick. I don't even have a shirt on today that they're going to stick to. No. But these are the memories. They're ping-ponging in your head. I want you to think about them and go, you know what? I can hold on to the good. I can hold on to the love. Because when you are holding on to love versus fear, change happens, right? It's when we are so broken, and I know you are broken. I am not denying that. This is a horrible thing to happen to any parent. But if you can hold on to the good times and remember them, wish that they come back, have faith that they will come back, even if you don't know how. This is Tracy Malone. I am excited to announce to you that I have a new book coming out. Hoping to get the last copy this weekend, and hopefully the cover's perfect this time. It's been 8 times wrong. This is one that was wrong, and it still says not for resale, but the new one hopefully coming soon, Estranged by Lies, How Narcissistic Partners Use Power and Control to Destroy Your Family. This is a book that's going to guide you to understand the differences between a normal estrangement and when someone is controlling your child, what to do, what to say, how to handle therapy, what not to do, how to hold on to hope, how to right your emotional ship. All of this is in here, and I hope that you get to get it soon. It is only July right now, but I'm hoping to have it out in August. And I also have another book that was supposed to be part of this book, but it didn't make the cutoff for layout. So it was a book that was intended to be in the estrangement, world, but I added to it, and it is now, they don't see it, but you do. How to Plant the Seed, Gently Naming Abuse. Hopefully the sample comes this weekend, so I don't have to hold up a piece of paper. But when we are wondering, our child saying things to us, they're saying to you, you know, my wife gets so mad if I call my sister. Like, that's not right. What do I do? Instead of going, well, they're a narcissist or they're gaslighting you or all of the therapy-esque terms that tend to scare away and create more division. But if you could name the abuse, if you could point it out to them without naming it, and you'll see in the book all of the different ways that you say it. This was created for a brother in one of my groups who was like, "How do I tell my brother?" And it's based on what they say and how you respond. Because if you gently place and plant the seed, they figure it out. Nobody's telling them. You probably have had this happen. If you said to your child, "Hey, I think they're a narcissist," or "Oh, that's not right," or any of those things, what happens? It goes right back to the narcissist, right? And then the narcissist uses it and said, "Your parents called me a narcissist. I never want to see them again." And the door's closed. So by doing it gently, carefully, they start to see, oh, I get it. Now, if they've had a baby with them, the narcissist, I can guarantee you, here's my little, they're dangling a carrot right over their head. You leave me, you see your parents, you'll never see your children again. Unfortunately, that's not the way the law works, but our young adults that are going through this do not know that. So that kind of threat keeps them bound to the narcissist. And so anyway, this is Tracy Malone. If you have not been to my website, please go. I have so many articles and things to help estranged parents and get you into the feed to get my book. So I hope that I see you again soon. And thank you for listening. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.